you're approaching 1,000 save files on your PS4 or PS3, you are I repeat, you are Though Sony didn't make a big deal about it, in February of this year, every PlayStation Plus member saw their cloud storage increase from 10 gigabytes to 100 gigabytes for the same price they've always been paying. As it stands, even 10 gigabytes is a lot and probably more than anyone will need, seeing how most people only have one console and they're not saving too many things to cloud. What we're all gonna do with our 100 gigabytes is currently unknown to me, as I've never remotely hit that limit. But one thing you can't do with that 100 gigabytes is save more than 1,000 files. This is in direct contrast to the fact that save files only take up a few megabytes.
Phenomenal cosmic powers!
So really, there's almost no limitation with the amount of storage that we have, yet Sony does have this 1,000 file limit. Now for the most part, chances are 99% of us are never gonna hit this limit. But this limit does exist, and if I had to guess, it's an arbitrary one. Instead, this limitation likely has nothing to do with the amount of storage we have or the amount of storage that future games might take, and instead limited to a decision that engineers made some time back. There's a good likelihood that when designing everything, engineers had to put in some kind of limit for save files, and they never foresaw a scenario where you'd need more than 1,000. Enter in a few line of codes, change 50 game saves to 100, and then add one more zero to it, and that's likely how we got to 1,000. Not because any actual limit existed, but because of a number that some engineer punched in.
Whoa.
There's even a greater chance that PlayStation itself doesn't even know that such a limit exists, again seeing how most people won't hit that limit. But there are some who get to play a lot of games, and in those games they like to have multiple saves in case they want to go back and revisit an earlier part in the game, or maybe they're not going to be happy with the choices that they are going to make, and they want to make sure that they have something to fall back on. For those people, it's unfortunate that this 1,000 limit exists only because we have 100 gigabytes in our cloud storage and nothing to really use it on. Chances are this is something that Sony can fix with a simple firmware update, one that doesn't even need much fanfare, but unless it's a problem big enough that they're aware of it, it'll likely never be tweaked. So if this is something that concerns you, I'd highly recommend tweeting the PlayStation team either at PlayStation or at AskPlayStation, and let them know that you're worried about hitting a limit that really shouldn't be there in the first place. Now let me know in the comment section, do you have a ton of save files, and is this something that worries you? Or do you think this is something that only affects the outliers? Now that we've reached the end of this clip, it's your favorite part, my favorite part, everyone's favorite part. The part where I tell you to go and vote.
Register to vote. Register to vote, read something other than your Facebook feed, pick inside and vote. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
No, I mean, voting. You should subscribe, notify button, heart, retweet, share, and do anything. I don't know where I'm going with this.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
It's done.
Done.
I'm serious.
I'm fine with that.
Great.